In Minecraft 1.14 with the new villager mechanics, exactly how many villagers do you need for the perfect amount of iron for your world? In this experimental tutorial, we're going to find out the answer. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening and good night, depending on what time you're watching this next episode from me, Avomance, in my experimentation series. I've had loads of people asking me how much iron do you get from what size iron farm in Minecraft 1.14. The Village and Pillage update gives us a very different iron farm mechanic. Lots of iron farms out there, but I wanted to know how small or how big do you need your iron farm to be to get certain levels of material. So today we are going to do lots of different sizes of iron farms and see how much iron they give us over a certain period of time. In Minecraft 1.14, it is primarily the number of villagers and beds and workstations that you have in your farm that creates the demand for golems. So we're going to experiment with those numbers. To make this as fair a test as possible, we are going to use exactly the same spawning and killing mechanic on every single farm that we're going to make, irrelevant of its size. That will ensure that the only difference is the number of villagers, beds and workstations that are involved, and no other factors should affect how many golems can actually spawn. To get as accurate a result set as we possibly can, I am making these farms increase in fours. So the first will have 4 villagers, the next will have 8 villagers, the next will have 12 villagers, the next will have 16 villagers, and so on. That should give us a really good data set, and we'll be able to see where the optimum effort for the maximum of iron comes in. There are 10 iron farms getting progressively larger by 4, ranging from 4 villagers right the way up to 40 villagers. The night is closing in, so that is the perfect time to start putting some villagers in, because that will start everybody sleeping and not gossiping. Starting at the 4 villagers pod, I am going to just put 4 villagers on top of the carpet, on top of the composter. They instantly turn into farmers and get into bed. I'm then going to do exactly the same with the 8, and then the 12, and then the 16, and onwards onto 40. And then we'll get ready to start the test. All the villagers are in and are sleeping in their beds. Well, most of them anyway. As in 1.14 standard, you get the odd villager that wants to have a bit of a wander around at the night. Maybe they're looking for a glass of milk, but they're all there, they're all ready, and when the sun comes up, they will start to gossip. And with everybody in, we are going to start to time a 3-hour test. 3 hours, and then we can work out a per hour rate. That should take out some of the in to hour differences and hopefully smooth it out just a little bit. 3 hours starting from now.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me.
It has been pretty much exactly 3 hours and the villagers have all just woken up. Now, in order to make sure that we time it perfectly, I'm going to kill all of these villagers. So I'm going to use the command /kill at a square brackets type equals Minecraft : villager, close square brackets. This here will kill all of the villagers in all of the farms. There they go. Right, so now we know there won't be any more golems spawning at the other end whilst we're counting up at this end. we are going to go through all of the chests, starting off at the bottom end. With 4 villagers, that yielded exactly no iron whatsoever. I don't suppose I'm particularly surprised by that. With 8 villagers, we've got 21 iron and 7 poppies. With 12 villagers, we've got 44 and 15. With 16 villagers, we've got 45 and 11, very similar to the 12. With 20 villagers, we've got very nearly 2 stacks and 22 poppies. With 24 villagers, very similar, nearly 2 stacks and 24 poppies. 28 villagers, 2 stacks and 1 with 32 poppies. 32 villagers, 2 stacks and 18 with 34 poppies. 36 villagers, very nearly 3 stacks of iron with 31 poppies. With 40 villagers, just over 3 stacks of iron with just 14 poppies. That's quite interesting. I've graphed up those results and you can see there is a really obvious straight line that goes up on iron production as you increase the number of villagers. If you extrapolate that line, I'm sure it will continue in a relatively straight way. Poppies, however, seem to be far more random and irregular. I guess that's because sometimes you do and sometimes you don't get a poppy with an iron golem, but you do get between 2 and 4 iron blocks per iron golem, so that is why you have a nice linear trend. Quite an interesting little experiment there, and absolutely confirms that as you increase the number of villagers, you get more and more iron, and we can see the rate in which you can do that. So if we take that, we can decide what would be an efficient small iron farm, so as we don't have too many entities, but we do have enough iron for what we want. You can say, right, I want about 1 stack of iron per hour or 2 stacks of iron per hour, and you can decide how many villagers you need from that. Brilliant. If you have enjoyed that experimental video, please do remember to slap that like button. It'd be great to know you're enjoying them, and I will keep on making them. And also, if you've not done it already, please do hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to see you in my sub club, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.